What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Talk Talk Punch. My name is Brody Hanson, and I am here with Charlie Hickman.
Nice to see you.
How's it going, Charlie?
Not too bad. Not too bad. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I've got my
That's what I like to hear.
my eggnog.
Of course you do.
Kirkland eggnog liqueur. I'm enjoying this as much as I can before it disappears from Costco.
And I'm drinking Kirkland Pacific Bold coffee because is there anything Kirkland can't do? Have you ever had Kirkland beer, Kirkland light beer?
Keep stuff in stock, apparently.
Oh, yeah, can't give me a PS5, that's for sure.
Kirkland beer. No, I don't think I ventured into the Kirkland beer.
But it's like 48 cans for like $20, man.
Yeah. And then if it's not good, you're stuck with 48 cans.
Oh, it is adequate. It is the very definition of adequate. It's great for like beer pong and things like that. If you're
see, I don't do a whole lot of that. I'm more of a craft beer. I buy
you gotta get the kids started young, man. Get them flipping cups and
like the 4-pack. You know, that's probably a little pricier than.
Well, Kirkland also has craft beer, so test that out. Maybe that should be hey, 2021. You try out a pack of Kirkland craft beer. Put it on your to-do list.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm gonna look for that next time I'm at Costco. I was just at Costco tonight.
You should just live drink all like 4 different Kirkland craft beers on our next podcast.
I don't know if I would like them.
It's even better. It's better content.
I feel like Kirkland would probably go through some of the big breweries like a Coors or a Budweiser for theirs, and I have no interest in drinking that.
Yeah, like I know you're a natty light kind of guy, but you just give it a chance.
No, local microbrews, man. That's where it's at. So
all right.
So good. All right.
Mr. brews his own beer in his basement.
I wish I had a basement, but no, just in the garage. Brew my beer in the garage. So, hey, it's good. I like brewing my own beer. Well, we are at the end of 2020. Thank goodness, right? Oh my goodness. Remember a year ago when everybody was like, man, 2020 is going to be awesome. Can't wait for 2020.
I don't remember a year ago, if I'm being totally honest.
I feel
I was trying to think of last Christmas, and I can't quite get there.
So I feel like 2020 was simultaneously the longest and shortest year of my entire life.
I think it sums it up pretty well. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it has been a heck of a year. For us talking about movies as much as we do, not a lot of movies this year.
No.
We got through maybe like mid-March or so, maybe through March. And then stuff kind of shut down and sporadic openings with some movies.
Sure.
Did you see any movies in theaters, Charlie?
The last movie I saw in a movie theater was last Christmas. Was the last Star Wars film, The Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker.
So that was the last film I saw in a theater.
Okay.
Ever.
Ever. The last one you're done.
It ended the Star Wars. It capped that saga off, as well as my experiences being in a theater.
So as we were talking about what topics we wanted to talk about, since it's the end of the year, that we thought, you know what, let's kind of do a little year in review. Let's talk about what kind of media and things we enjoyed this year, be it movies or television or video games or whatever. Just kind of a year in review. And also, what are we looking forward to in 2021?
There it is.
It's quickly approaching.
It is.
Actually, by the time this airs, it may already be 2021.
Oh, well, then let us be the first people, I'm sure, in your entire lives to wish you a Happy New Year.
Oh, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you all. All of our wonderful subscribers. All the subscribers. So we just thought that would be fun. And then we talked a little bit, and not a whole lot came out. Movie wise, theater wise, I saw one movie in theaters, and that was Tenet.
Okay,
it's Christopher Nolan. You got to see Christopher Nolan movies in the theaters. They're just better that way. They're just better.
Absolutely. I should have seen Inception in the theaters because it took me like 3 watchings because I kept falling asleep. I was incepting myself watching it. I was having dreams about me watching the movie while I was watching it. It was a very weird experience. So I should have seen that in the theaters.
Yeah, I think I've missed a couple in theaters, and then I watch it at home, and I'm like, this would have been better in theaters. So I tried to make it out for at least the Christopher Nolan movies. And the Marvel movies and the Star Wars movies. Yeah. So and that was
DC movies.
Well, it depends. So speaking of
Batman,
I'll make it out too. Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of DC movies, Birds of Prey came out this year. Did you see that one? You saw it on HBO, did you not?
I did see it on HBO Max. Yeah. So one of the things that has dramatically increased this year is the number of streaming services I find myself subscribed to, saving all that money, cutting the cord from cable. So now I've got my Netflix, my Hulu, my Disney Plus, my HBO Max. I got Apple Plus through my sister. So we are living the dream. Peacock, there's some free stuff. The CBS add-on.
If only there was one service that you could just pay one bill to get it all combined.
I tell you, just putting them all on one package somehow would just be genius. No, but so we have too mmany things now, and it gets a little bit overwhelming to like look through for content. So, but yeah, we got the HBO Max finally, and so I was catching up on I missed a couple of the newer DC films, so it's nice to be able to catch up on those.
What all did you see?
We watched.
Remember?
If I'm being totally honest, there's going to be a few of like these kind of spaced out looks that I give tonight while I try to remember like June, huh? June. What was June like? Because
I couldn't tell you a thing about June.
Yeah, and March, end of March, like early April. I feel like to get a little personal here with y'all, you're kind of like, okay, this is serious, but hopefully, we're just, it's like a month or whatever. We're all going to pull together. There's like, it was kind of like a good feeling. Hey, we're hunkered in with family, the government's cutting us a little check. Which, look, I teach private music lessons, which when you can no longer see human beings, it makes it more difficult. I'd started doing Zoom and FaceTime lessons over the summer to, start trying to make some money again. But, in the beginning, it's like, okay, all right, things are good. So like the movies I feel like I watched, the TV shows I watched were more hopeful and happy. And then as the year dragged on, it started to get darker and sadder, and I started revisiting things that I'd seen already. I think for comfort, I think there's a certain level of anxiety in watching like something you've never seen before, and depending on the content of the thing that you're watching, sometimes like, man, you're watching like like Three's Company or something, which is an old show, and I don't know, but like the whole premises of those shows are like, it's like misunderstandings, and like you're watching a movie or TV show that all their problems can be solved with a simple like Batman versus Superman. They can just have a conversation, but they're not gonna have a conversation. No, you're gonna watch 2.5 hours of like them just misunderstanding each other. Sure. And like that just gets like a little bit of like, oh man, I don't like this. So I found myself rewatching like a lot of my old favorite shows and stuff over the last few, like towards the end of the year. It was a lot more like, okay, let's put on Community again, or let's put on one of my favorite shows, Archer or whatever. I just have certain shows that like I kind of tend to rewatch. So we can talk about maybe a little bit more about that in depth, but yeah, Birds of Prey was fine. It was a fun little movie. I think we talked about that in one of the after shows. So if you'd like to hear more about that, make sure you watch that episode. Brody, I'm sure we'll link to it below. So
did we? That must have been the Marvel DC one.
Yeah. So it's already up right now. It's already up.
Then yes, I can try. I've never done that, but
Hey, 2021, New Year's resolution.
It's time to learn. So yeah, click on the card to go to the after show where we talk about Charlie's review of The Birds of Prey.
Yeah, there we go. Now, connectivity, Brody.
Yeah. Hey, it also helps when these episodes get released. So
yes. Well, all right. So, I mean, how do you want to like go back and forth on some movies? What are some of your favorites that you watched in 2020 on?
One surprise for me that has stood out was the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. That movie was, I feel like that movie was better than it had a right to be. You know, you hear like, okay, it's a video game movie. Typically, never good. Video game movies,
with the exception of the Mario movie and the Street Fighter 2 film. But yes, other than that, bad.
Oh man, and we'll see next year when Uncharted comes out. But
it's got to be good. Don't ruin Uncharted.
It's got to be good.
It's gonna be good. I love Uncharted.
But I
love you, Tom Holland.
Video game movies just typically aren't good. That first trailer was released, and it was the weird design of Sonic that was so bad. It was so bad. and then they went in and they redid it, and then they released it, and I didn't see it in
He's
theater.
so cute.
It came out this year, but I didn't see it in theaters. So I was kind of like, that's one that we'll watch with the kids. I'll get it on Redbox. And then we got it, and we were watching it for our Friday family movie night. And it was really funny. And there were parts that me and Amy just laughed out loud because we were like, that was actually really funny. And so that was a standout for me. It was a surprise on how much I enjoyed that movie. It was like, and the kids liked it so much that we bought it on Blu-ray. I mean, wow. I don't buy movies anymore, but with the way my kids can just watch movies over and over and over again, I was like, you know what, this might be worth a purchase. So my daughter got it for her birthday.
Your daughter's birthday and my son's birthday are very close, and we also bought it for my son for his birthday. We bought the digital copy on Amazon.
Okay.
None of this Blu-ray business. You know us, Brody. If we have to get up and put something in a drive, it shuts us down completely. As a family unit.
You get the Blu-ray, and then you also get the DVD, which means we can watch it in the car, and you get the digital copy, all in one package.
So what we do is we watch digitally without having to put a disc in, and then we have iPads in the car if we were going on a long trip, and then we connect to a hotspot, and we can watch on the old Wi-Fi on the old iPad.
We have the DVD player in the car, so we just load up because then we can just fold it down in the back, and then we can have our stuff in the front, and the kids can have their stuff in the back. Hey, I got too many kids. I gotta have a van. It just came with the van.
You do have too many kids. You really come on.
Not too many. I have just the
which
right
one are you getting rid of? There it is.
4 is just the right amount.
It's just the right amount. You're not going to goad me into getting a 4th kid. It's not happening.
Come on, Charlie.
Stopping at 3. Tapping out.
Only one more.
We'll see. If there wasn't, we'll see. We'll see if we make it through a quarantine without a quarantine kid. So we love Sonic as well, and this year, like, I could really segment this year by like the phases of things my kids got like super into and out of, and they were like around that June time. Yeah, see, I remember June. I did it. They were just like all about Sonic. We were playing all the Sonic video games. The Sonic movie was out. My little he's 18 month now, but he was just 1 year old. We put the Boom song on by X Ambassadors, and he would just dance. So he's just in his diaper and he's getting low and he's just squatting down. He's got that, he's working it. And we put other songs on, but what about this jam? What about this jam? And he's like, it had to be Boom. We put Boom back on. He's like, so there's like a year in review of like your most played songs on Apple Music. And that is my number 1 most played song was Boom. And I never listened to it once for like my own personal pleasure. It was just all making the boy dance.
Oh, man.
And we had some nice family dance parties with that song. He still loves it. That gets his taste is refined now as an 18-month-old. Anything with like bass to start, he loves bass guitar. His dad plays bass. Here's that low thump, get a sweet little bass line going, and he's got his butt low and he is just working the floor. He always getting his feet. He'll get his fast feet going. You can't see my feet, but they are moving quickly. They were so fast. The fastest feet you ever saw. He's flossing. Very advanced dancer for his age. He's doing flips, back flips. Wow. It's tremendous.
That's awesome.
Yeah. He's basically his own little Sonic running around.
There you go. Yeah, my kids were bouncing all over the place. They love that song as well.
Oh, good.
So, now,
fun tune.
Now, this year, we saw a lot of movies that were scheduled to come out in theaters that then either came out very briefly in theaters or skipped theaters altogether and went straight to streaming. Did you get many of those? I think off the top of my head, we had Onward. I think came out for 2 or 3 weeks in theaters, and then they were like, nope, and then they pulled it all in and released it on Disney Plus right away.
Yeah, we watched that. Very sad. Very sad.
It was good.
It was a fine movie. Yeah. There's always got to start with the.
Yeah, I don't know that it blew me away, but it was fun. The kids enjoyed it.
We watched it once and enjoyed it. We haven't watched it again yet.
Yeah, I don't think my kids have watched it again.
So I made the mistake of finally watching Inside Out.
Oh.
I hadn't seen it yet, and I was like, this was kind of towards the beginning of the lockdown, and I was just like, we got the Disney Plus. What's on here that I haven't seen? And I got my little baby's taking a nap in my arms, and I'm like, I'll just put on like a Pixar film because I'm holding my kid, and I'm just sitting here, and I put on Inside Out, man, and I'm just like, just openly weeping. Oh man, that thing just, it's like guts you,
Yeah.
Woo.
Especially as a parent. When the kid's going through all the stuff and you're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean that stuff, stuff I've struggled with in my past, and it's just it was that thing hits you. It hits you hard. It hits you often, and it's not like at the end you're like at the end you're just like I'm gonna hug all my kids. I need someone to love me.
Yeah. We saw that when that came out, so it's been a couple years. I haven't watched it since, just for fear of just how many tears. All the tears.
Look, I know you're watching this and you're thinking, I would never cry during a movie. You pop that on. That's the test.
Man.
That's the do you have a heart test.
Yeah. Yep. So then as far as streaming, we also had Mulan. Did you catch Mulan?
Did not. I know it's available now to everyone, all subscribers, but we just haven't gotten around to watching it yet.
It was good.
I don't know.
It's good. I haven't
seen any of the live action Disney. You haven't seen the cartoon?
No, I've never seen the cartoon.
It's odd.
It's one of Amy's favorites, but I just haven't seen it.
That's doubly odd. You make her watch all of your like weird Nacho Libre films, and then she's like, "Can we just watch the Mulan cartoon?" You're like.
I mean, we could watch Mulan or we could watch Shoot 'Em Up.
Why not both? Very similar scripts.
Maybe something. So, but that
basically the same story. So
I liked Mulan. I think maybe I'll try to watch the cartoon now. The live.
Yeah, I'd be curious to hear.
Inspired me.
Do they have like a little dragon character, like an Eddie Murphy voiced the cartoon? No.
Okay. No dragons.
Oh.
No.
Well, that's
songs.
no fun.
There's no songs. It's not a musical.
But how will I know how to be a man?
Well, she goes through training.
No, not her. Me. He sings a song and how to be a man.
Oh.
And that's I modeled my entire life after that song.
I don't know. You may just have to watch the cartoon.
Yeah, I feel like these references would be landing a lot better with you had you seen the film and heard the music. So I apologize for that.
I've heard the music.
No, that's right. I'm like, I'm thinking what my reflection is not coming through well for you right now. You're just not getting these references, so it's okay. Let's move on. Keep it rolling.
All right. What else was there? What else did you watch this year, Charlie?
So we really, I think, leaned more heavily into the TV side. I think because with just time, more time, especially like
very many movies.
There weren't a lot of movies.
There were no Marvel movies this year.
No Marvel movies. We did rewatch. My wife and I did let's rewatch all the, because we had the Disney Plus, we might as well use it. So we did rewatch all of the Marvel films from
all of them
in chronological order. We skipped Thor 2. We skipped it. We skipped it.
It's important.
Nah, we skipped it. We'd seen it. We skipped it. Don't need to see it again. Didn't need to watch it again. It was fine. But I think we didn't watch because we had just watched like Endgame, and so we didn't rewatch that a second time. And because we moved on to other things by that point. Oh. It's a lot of movies. It's like 22 films or something. We didn't watch Captain Marvel a second time, even though it was fun. It was a fine little movie, but we had just seen it, so it's we don't need to watch it again.
Gotcha.
I don't know. Anyway, it seemed like a good idea at the time, but it's a big commitment. It's a big commitment.
We had neighbors that did the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a noble cause. I'll watch them all again when we do our rating the Marvel movie stuff. I'll watch them all from start to finish.
That's something we'd like to do is rank the Marvel movies. Rank them all, or just do a top 10. We'll see.
Ooh. We'll see.
Ranking.
Well, it's up for
that would be a long episode. We would have to go it might
have to go fast.
It would have to be broken into 2 episodes maybe.
Well, we don't have to offer explanations. Anyway, we can talk about that another time. But it's good.
We'll see.
So look, we we watched The Good Place. Finally, it kind of wrapped. Not finally. I really didn't want it to end, but it did have its last season, and we watched.
Never seen
that
it
again. It's really good. So you really should watch that. In fact, maybe that'll make an appearance later in the show for a certain request.
Okay.
But it's really good. It's very deep, and it's very funny, and it's if you have not seen The Good Place out there, and you are at all remotely interested in a show that will touch your heart as well as your funny bone, remind me never to. This is tickling the funny bone. Remind me never to make that gesture again.
Touch.
It'll make you laugh right here, right there. Just get you right in the funny bone. Get you in the funny bone. It's very, very entertaining. Very well done. I love that show. So you'll see it, and then we'll talk about it, because I just do not want to spoil any part of it for you. And I have thoughts. I got a lot of thoughts and feelings about the ending and different things that it'd be fun to talk about someday down the road if you ever get around to having some class. It is streaming on Netflix. So you can see all 4 seasons. It's short, and it goes by lickety split, and you won't want it to end because it is just delightful. And it'll warm Ted Danson will just warm your heart. Sure. I wish he was my dad. No offense out there, but Teddy
Dad.
D. No offense, Dad. Teddy D. I'm sure. You know what? It's come on. My kids were like, I wish Ted Danson was my dad. I'd be like, I get it. I wish he was your dad too.
Yeah. I
don't know, but yeah, that was great. We watched Ted Lasso, which is
I have no idea
really fun show. Oh, it's so good. That's an Apple Plus show.
That might be why.
It is fantastic, and I am excited for it. There's a couple more seasons that will come someday. I think they picked it up for 2 more seasons, and it was really enjoyable. I could really run you a pretty long list of. Upload was fun on Amazon Prime. That's good. The Boys was interesting.
I heard about that. I'm on. Okay, so Upload. I heard of that. I was kind of like, I don't know. The Boys though. I'm on episode 4 of season 1.
Season 1?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think so far?
I like it. It's I like it. It's enough that I'm interested to see what happens.
It's dark.
It's
dark.
It's pretty dark. It's pretty dark. It's pretty violent. It can be a bit gratuitous. Stuff like that. I'm kind of like, meh. But the concept of having, these superpowered people that are just run by a corporate place, and really these superpowered people are just not good people. Is an interesting concept. I never read the comics, so it's kind of all new to me. But
you don't hear that very often, folks. You don't hear Brody say he hasn't read the comics yet. So take note.
So there's a lot of comics I haven't read.
And they're all the show The Boys. Is the comics also called The Boys with a Z? Yeah. See, I'm like so? My comic knowledge stops in like
it doesn't have a 90s. Z, does it?
It's DABOYZ.
No, it's not.
It's Du Bois.
No, it's not. I'm gonna look it up because I don't believe you.
Well, while Brody's looking that up, I will say if you are out there and have not seen The Boys, or
it's
The
not,
Boys,
it's just The Boys with an S.
Fine. I've heard it both ways. If watch the first episode, if the first episode intrigues you and doesn't like bother you with the content or the violence, then you're good to go. It does get worse.
Does it get worse?
Brody, you'll figure it gets worse, but I don't think but not in a way that you can claim any kind of like, oh man, didn't see that coming. Like you can't. It's not like it's. I mean, it kind of shows like the very first scene of the very first episode kind of shows you what kind of this is the show it's going to be, and I dug it. I thought like, oh, that was awesome. Like the show itself I think it's a cool concept, and I like I wouldn't want all superhero content to be that, but I did think it was kind of an interesting take, and it was kind of a cool it was fun. Maybe fun's even the wrong word. I don't want to spoil it because you've only seen 4 episodes. Again, it's like I'm trying to like talk out of 2 sides of my mouth. Like here,
are you through season 2?
I am not through season 2.
Oh, so you're just through season 1.
I'm through season 1, and look, all right, people, I have a way about me that when it comes to second seasons and third seasons of shows, I do not like to watch them the moment they come out, with some exceptions. My kids and I watch The Mandalorian every week, which, by the way,
yeah, we can talk about that.
But other than that, when a new season drops, try to like leave some space, and then I tend to rewatch season 1 and then go into season 2 closer to when I anticipate there being a season 3. Does that make sense? I try to limit, like, so if season 1 comes out and then season 2 is like a year later, and then I rush through season 2, then I got to wait a whole nother year for season 3. So since I've already been waiting, I wait a little bit longer, and then I rewatch season 1, and then I watch season 2, and then I have to wait a little bit, and then season 3 comes out. I wait a little length, and then I watch season 1, season 2, and then season 3. If it's good, if it's a good show and I like it, then
you're almost, instead of like, so you watch season 1, and then you wait 2 years, and then you watch season 1 and season 2, so you can watch season 3 with it.
No, not 2 years, a year and a half instead of a year. So like an extra 6 months, watch them both slowly. It depends on the show. I shouldn't, for The Boys, they're short seasons. So I'm putting a little bit, I want a little bit more distance so that I can rewatch season 1 without feeling like, oh, I just watched this, and then watch season 2. And that doesn't have to make sense to you or anyone else out there.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me, but that's okay.
Look, what you do is you put on season 2 and you don't have fresh, you have like a vague memory of season 1. Look, I can't keep like, as soon as that third kid dropped, my ability to retain information, it's like a scramble. Oh, it's man. My brain is.
Wait till you get to number 4.
No, I don't need to, because no, sweetie, if you're watching this,
I have no idea
where
I am right now.
Yeah, I don't even know what I'm doing, man. I've had so much eggnog. Look, like we watched, my wife and I watched season 1 of Good Place as it came out. Okay, and it was like, okay, this is awesome, and we really enjoyed it. So when season 2 came out, I was like, okay, cool. We wait a little bit. We watch season 1, we watch season 2. This is great. We waited a little bit. Season 3 came out, and we're like, if we just thought the show was okay, we would have just watched season 3. But we loved the show, so we went back. We watched season 1, season 2, and season 3, and then season 4 came out. We're like, let's do it again. And we ran it 1 to 4,
Wow.
and it was awesome. Now that doesn't work with every show, and some seasons are just too long. I would not do that with like an hour-long show. I didn't do that with like Daredevil when it was on Netflix or things like that. It was just like, okay. But there are shows that, you watch and then then it kind of blurs, and then you're like, there's story points that you're missing. Anyway, I'm not on trial here. I don't have to explain my TV watching habits to you or anybody out there.
Man, I have a hard enough time like staying awake for an episode of anything. So, yeah, that's
because you're watching the wrong stuff.
It sounds
exhausting. You're not watching the good place. No, it's good stuff. Look, that's not like I'm watching it in one night. It's not like I watch. Oh, here's I'm gonna watch season 1 of The Boys tonight. The whole thing. You take your time. I don't watch a lot of movies, and I guess probably I don't watch as many like one-off TV shows as I could.
Okay.
Let's talk about some other shows instead of the way I consume my shows.
Okay, so I'm making my way through The Boys season 1 so I can get to season 2.
You don't ever just wait for something to be fully on streaming before you just watch it, like just to be finished?
No.
Okay.
No,
it's fine.
Kind of as soon as it comes out, we watch it. Okay, here's the thing. We also don't watch a whole lot of shows. We don't.
Yeah, I know you don't. You guys are too busy rewatching Not Mulan over there with your Beauty and the Beasts and your Pierre LaFuse.
Yeah, we love the Beauty and the Beast movie. We love both of them.
The 2 hours it takes to watch Beauty and the Beast, you can watch like 6 episodes of like a 20-minute Ted Lasso. Oh, so good.
I don't have any Apple services, Charlie.
I'm just saying.
Apple products. I might have an iPod around here.
You don't need Apple services to have Apple Plus.
You don't?
You just need a sister who has it. I think you can do a free trial and you could pound that up. That you could pound it out in like it's 10 episodes, 23 minutes. Like you could. That's less. 10 episodes of Ted Lasso is less than any of your Precious Boys movies that he's ever put out. All Nolan films are in 10 episodes of Ted Lasso by default.
Interesting.
Christopher Nolan's like, okay, I don't know what we're doing here, but it's starting at 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Can it be longer? Absolutely.
No, actually, Dunkirk was shorter.
All right. It's a little bit hyperbole here over here.
Just saying.
All right. I liked Memento, by the way. It was a good movie.
Yeah, it was good. Okay, so The Boys.
Upload's cute. I think you should watch Upload with Amy. I think she'd like it.
Would she?
Yeah, I think she would, and it's coming back for season 2.
So now, I think in the beginning of the year, I can't think of any shows that we went through. We're going through 2 shows right now, though, which is pretty crazy that we're going through 2 at the same time.
Wow, you're living the edge, man. Mandalorian.
The late nights, I tell you. I think the other night we stayed up till like 10:30.
Whoa, crazy. You guys are crazy. All right. Well, we have very different schedules, but that's okay.
So I know we're going to talk about The Mandalorian, so that one can come second. The first one,
but that's one of your 2.
That's one of the 2.
Okay.
Are you watching that? Yes, you just said you're watching that.
Yeah.
So the other one is The Right Stuff on Disney Plus. It's the astronaut, like based on true events.
They made a TV show out of that?
Yeah. There was a movie, and then they just came out with a TV show.
Is that Tommy Lee Jones?
No.
The movie? The movie.
Well, the movie, I think so, yeah.
Clint Eastwood. It was a bunch of old white dudes, right?
Was it? No, I don't think so.
Are you looking it up?
Yeah.
Here, I'll look it up while you talk about the show because I have no idea what's going on.
Okay, so
I didn't even know it was a show.
It just came out. Oh, it came out in 1983. Wow. So maybe it does have a bunch of old people. Oh, Ed Harris.
Sam Shepard, Dennis Quaid, Scott Glenn.
Yeah.
What's the Tommy Lee Jones astronaut film? Or was there none? Was he in Armageddon? I'll look it up. You keep going.
Okay, so the show is, so the movie was based on a book, and now the show is based on the same book, but it's in show format. And so it came out on Disney Plus, and it's all about the space race, the Americans setting up NASA, all the stuff that they went through to get the astronauts trained and get the best pilots and stuff like that in order to beat the Russians into space. I love space, so I was interested in it. If I was smarter, I would have been an astronaut.
You keep saying this. I think if you work this into too many episodes, you are a brilliant man.
Have I ever said that before in this?
You have said that before when you're talking in our favorite movie episode,
Interstellar,
talking about your Interstellar obsession. You are a smart man, and you could be anything you wanted to, including an astronaut.
I also, so the other thing,
you got the right stuff, Brody. You have the right stuff.
The other reason that I can't be an astronaut is in all the movies, they put them through this spinner thing to see how dizzy they get. I am really bad at spinning. If I spin around one time, man, I'm dizzy. I can't spin. I can't do it.
So Brody and I back in the day invented a game called Spinball.
Which I
think you're looking for something to try,
which I think is what messed me up. I think I have lasting effects from Spinball. So
the premise here is it's a full 360 field. You have set bases at certain diagonal angles. So boom, boom, and then boom, boom.
8 or something like that.
And you have fielders all throughout. You have a bat on your forehead and you spin around it depends on the people you're playing with. You start with 40 spins and then you can go up or down depending on how sick people get. You have to spin around quickly, hit the bat, and you throw the ball up and you hit the ball, drop the bat, and then try to run to a base before they peg you.
And there were 2 levels of bases. So the first base was like the inner ring, and then the second base was the outer ring. And so you had to get to the first base and then the second base, and then you had to get back to the first base and then back home. But there was people on the opposing team all around trying to get these balls to tag you out.
Yep.
And I really think I have lasting effects from Spinball. I think it messed me up. Because I can't spin. I can't do it. When I see people on the astronaut movies and they're going through the spin thing, I'm just like, I couldn't do it. I'd get so sick.
Oh man.
So
can I tell a quick spinning story? Just while we're
sure. Yeah.
I was in my college days, I was at Disneyland with a group, and some young ladies wanted to go on the teacups, and they wanted me to. I don't think so. Although you can tell me this sounds familiar to you, but I'm pretty sure you weren't. So they wanted to go really fast. So I was like, okay, I got this. So I am just this is the fastest I have ever spun the teacups. I am just woo woo, and they're like, oh no, they're feeling sick. I once spun someone so fast they threw up after, and this was much faster. And you know how I know? Because when we finished, I looked down at my hands, and all the skin from my palms on both hands was just hanging off. I had burned with friction, just huge chunks, and on my fingers, and it was just raw. It's like the flesh. I mean, it was like someone just peeled an entire layer of hand off, and it went from oh, this is fun, and I'm being charming, and then all of a sudden to my hands. Are you still impressed?
I'm a music teacher.
You want to go on a date with me? I've got no skin on my hands. Yeah, it was Space Cowboys is, by the way, the movie that not Jones, Clint Eastwood, Donald Sutherland, James Garner.
Okay.
But yeah, so that was I love spinning. Although now, and this is a pro tip for you, you out there, if you ever go in the teacups, you're gonna want to maybe take some breaks. Don't peel all of the skin off. That hurt for a while. That was one of the most embarrassing moments of my life. And I was trying to play it cool, but man, whoo, that hurt.
Man. Okay, so we're going through the right stuff. It's good so far. I like it. It's like historical drama, But the other one, like I said, was The Mandalorian, and I would imagine that that we are both watching that, as you said.
Mm-hmm.
How are you liking it?
Like a lot. Some of the, like this last week's episode was just so short. It's too short. Yeah. Sometimes it just feels.
I think we are going to have a Mandalorian episode. I think a Mandalorian episode already came out.
I'm sorry, what?
Of Talk Talk Punch. By the time this airs, I think a Mandalorian episode is going to be released that we haven't recorded yet.
I can't speak for all the people out there that are watching this, but I had no idea what he was talking about. But yeah, we well, in that case, I watched it all and I loved it all and it was fantastic. Yeah, we don't need to talk about it now, but it's a lot of fun and I love the ritual of it. Just my older son's super into it, so we just sit down and every week we cuddle up on the couch, we pop on the Mandalorian and we just have a great time. Yeah, so it's a lot of fun.
Yep, and I'm enjoying this one. I'm enjoying it more than the first season, which I'm sure you heard from our Mandalorian episode.
So I'm sure you know all about it now, more than we do.
I won't need to elaborate because I don't want to bore everybody.
No, you've already said too much.
Too much. Okay. Was there anything else that you consumed?
We played a lot of video games too.
Video games.
You know, we towards the end of the year we had so not only we had the pandemic raging, but then there have been a lot of fires in Southern California. We had a couple of like pretty big fires. In fact, one where we were just barely outside the evacuation zone, and we were kind of just eyeballing that. But the air quality has not been great and been real windy towards the Santa Ana winds kind of coming through. So we ended up. I think we've had definitely more like hunker in days than we have had in any other year. So we probably watched like more things together as a family and played more games as a family. But we discovered Fall Guys as a family.
We played that and that came up recently.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Like that's a good family game. It's good to have people to pass the controller off to because it is very frustrating.
Yeah.
And you have nice controllers. I didn't realize how bad my PlayStation controllers had gotten until I went to your house and it was like a fresh out of the box PS4 controller. Like the buttons work, the sticks are responsive. I got first place. My first race of the year, I got first place. I haven't got first place in my house. I go home, my buttons are all depressed into like the plastic. The sticks barely work. You know, it's like I'll press left and he goes right. It's like it. And it sounds like I'm making excuses, but I'm telling you, I go to your. It's like it was like, oh, it's like the controller of the gods there, man. It's like the sticks are all like firm. It's like, oh man, they never use this. This is great. We're over here like eating food with our controllers, you know, putting them in the pool. We've had these controllers a long time. We've had them since I think I bought the system and I bought 4 controllers to go with it like right away. So. It's basically just been the entirety of my PlayStation 4. So we've been wearing these. One stopped working altogether. So we're down to 3.
Oh, man.
And one, the right trigger doesn't work on one. So really we have 2 that work and then one that's like for watching
controllers.
Yeah. So I'm treating myself, since I can't get a PS5 for Christmas, I'm treating myself to a brand new PS4 controller, which I was really hoping would go on sale for Black Friday. They did not. So Thank you, PlayStation.
Lame.
Thank you.
Put your old stuff on sale. My goodness.
Right? Come on. What kind of idiot needs a PlayStation 4 controller this time of year? This guy. Right here.
Yeah, so as far as video games, because I got the Switch last Christmas. So this year has kind of been like the year of the Switch. So I started the year with Mario Odyssey. Got through that.
I didn't finish it. Did you finish it?
Yeah.
Well, you didn't finish it. Yeah, I finished it. And oh yeah. We've gotten more than but I finished that like years ago. Where have you been?
Oh, well, I didn't have a system. So
my middle son is like right now replaying Odyssey, and he's replayed it on like 4 or 5 different accounts, so that he can just keep starting it over and then beating it.
Wow.
He like knows all these like crazy glitch tricks. He's like,
Oof.
Dad, watch this. I'm going to go inside this like waterfall and disappear. And it's like a glitch. And I don't know.
Huh.
These kids these days.
You got
It's like
like
the
a-
minus world back in Mario. I can never get the minus world.
Yeah. Yeah, you got like a speedrunner on your hands there.
Oh, man. Let me tell you.
So yeah.
But yeah,
So
and
so
Zelda?
the-
Zelda?
So the first couple months were Mario, and then I had Zelda and was putting off playing it because I was like, I know it's going to consume my life. I know as soon as I pop it in, it's going to consume my life. And then I got to a weekend and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna try it out.
Go for it.
I'm gonna start it. We'll see how it goes. And then it's just been like every weekend is Zelda. The kids are like, Dad, can you play Zelda? Amy is like, Brody, can you play Zelda? And I pop it in and everybody comes and watches, and the kids go down and Amy's like,
The neighborhood children
do you want to play
gathers.
Zelda at night, like after the kids go to sleep? And I'm like, okay. The other night I played till like midnight, which is crazy because I don't stay up till midnight. My goodness. So yeah, so it's been a lot of Zelda. I have had some PlayStation stuff. I got some of the VR. I got Vader Immortal, which is fun.
Yeah.
I got the Star Wars Squadrons, which is fun. I've got a lot of PlayStation Plus games that I haven't played.
Yeah. Those stack up.
I'm like,
What are you
add it
gonna
to
do?
my library. Sure. I don't know. I'll ever play this, but okay. But yeah, for me, it's really been about the Switch this year. And really those two games. I also have I got Ultimate Alliance for my birthday, which I'm just
Is that any good?
waiting to I haven't played it because it's always Zelda right now. Always Zelda.
We played a ton of Minecraft, which was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, Minecraft is always on with the kids. Minecraft and Disney Infinity.
Yeah. Yeah, and we played through a bunch of games. You don't need to hear my list of games, but it's been a pretty fun it's been a hard year. But there have been some really nice family moments through it. So that's been
Good.
It's been good. We've watched Cars more than anything. My youngest, my little guy, loves the movie Cars. So lately, it's been all Cars all the time. And none, I couldn't get either of my other kids to ever watch Cars at any point in their life, but they watch it now though. They'll sit and they'll be like, oh,
Interesting.
my middle son loved playing with cars. We're like, oh, this is perfect. Let's watch the movie Cars. And he's like, I don't like it. But
Interesting.
my little guy loves the cars. So
Interesting. Okay.
101 Dalmatians for the other two. 101 Dalmatians, oddly enough. So there you go.
My youngest would like that. So that's kind of 2020. Some of the stuff we've done with 2020, some of the movies, some of the shows, some of the video games we've played. And so now we have 2021 coming up. Hopefully it'll be a good year. There are a lot of movies that are scheduled to come out in 2021 that were scheduled to come out in 2020, and then a lot of them have been pushed now to 2021.
I'm giving you my skeptical face about movies coming out in 2021.
I think it's going to be a packed year of movies. There's a lot.
Maybe.
We've got 2 years worth of movies to come out in 1 year.
If they come out.
If they come out, we'll see how the theaters do. Theaters are struggling right now.
Yeah.
And, my wife wants to see Wonder Woman in theaters.
Wonder Woman.
We'll see if that's even an option. I'm not sure. Actually, by the time this comes out.
What do you call that little rope thing that she flings around?
A lasso of truth.
A Ted Lasso? Watch the show.
So do you have anything that you are particularly looking forward to in 2021, Charlie?
Any kind of normalcy. And that's the wrong word. There's a lot of events in 2020 beyond just the pandemic, and a lot of good, a lot of good stuff coming out of a lot of bad. I'm trying to phrase this the right way, but I saw a lot of people stepping up and doing good things in spite of some bad circumstances and some social issues that are getting addressed finally, and a lot of good and positive thing I think happened in 2020 in spite of kind of this specter hanging over the entire year, this kind of cloud. And it really was. It's just kind of like a lot of like, just kind of like a negative filter, like where everything kind of like our default is like this abnormal existence. I haven't been to a restaurant since February. Like I haven't been inside a restaurant since February.
Wow.
I haven't been to a movie theater since December, and that's fine. Like I like that stuff. Like I don't know if I miss it that much, but I miss seeing people like more regularly and more freely. I miss, I've had some longtime students that I've been teaching since they were in elementary school that were like juniors in high school, and I haven't seen them since this started. And I really hope I get to teach them again, because I really like, that's something really special for me as a teacher when I get to like, walk, I'm walking through these big life stages with these kids and getting from, so look, all that personal stuff aside, when it comes to the movies and stuff, if you just tell me that there's things coming, I'm excited. And I want to see the new Ghostbusters. I'm excited for some of the new DC stuff. I'm excited. I'm really excited for this next phase of Marvel. I'm really excited for WandaVision and some of the TV. I'm excited to see the new Captain America stuff. I'm excited for, if I don't know if there's going to be some Star Wars content coming. Like I don't know if Obi-Wan is going to be released this year, or if that's going to be more 2022. But I mean, there's a lot of things that I've heard rumors about. Some are more cemented than others. Some are definitely probably going to come. Some are possibly going to come. I really want to see the new Doctor Strange film. Very excited for that.
Is that 2021 or is that 2022?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm assuming everything is 2022 at this point. So if that's why I'm saying, like, if you tell me that things are coming in 2021, even if there are things that I'm like less excited for, look, I'm looking forward to things.
Yeah, it's true. I know right now all of the release dates are kind of tentative. Who knows what's actually going to come out? Who knows what's, I don't know. It's there's a lot scheduled though. So just to kind of do a brief scroll through.
Run it down.
Some of the ones that might be of interest. So we got the Kingsman. I liked the Kingsman movies. I liked Kingsman 1. Did I see Kingsman 2? Actually, I don't think I ever saw Kingsman 2. I liked Kingsman 1.
No, I don't think you did.
I really like Matthew Vaughn, so I need to see Kingsman 2. But the Kingsman,
if you're gonna be excited for a king,
is like a prequel to the whole thing. So I think that looks fun. There is an untitled M. Night Shyamalan project.
What a twist.
I don't know what it is. Yeah, Ghostbusters is currently scheduled for March, so that'll be fun.
Excited for that?
I'm very excited for that. I think that'll be. Yeah, I saw the trailer after we talked about it. I think we talked about it, and I was like, "Is there a trailer?" And you were like, "Yes, there's a trailer." So then I wanted to watch the trailer. I was like, "That looks cool."
It does look cool.
So there's that. There is Morbius. So a new trailer just came out when we recorded this.
I'm very excited. Very excited for that.
Are you being
sarcastic? Are you not excited for that? No, I'm excited for that. Are you not excited for that?
No, I'm excited for that. I'm very okay.
Didn't sound like you're.
I'm very interested to see, because Morbius is going to fall in this weird Marvel Sony universe.
Right.
It's got kind of references to, because like Michael Keaton has a cameo, a part. I don't know. He's in the trailer. There's all the references to Spider-Man. So where does this fall? Is this in the MCU? Is this in its own little pocket Sony universe? I don't know. But
do you know what you get when what they're starting to call it when you have a Marvel movie and a Sony movie and you combine them? It's just called money.
Money.
Right? Money. They're making money.
It's true. Maybe. I don't know. Did Venom make that much money?
Yeah. I think so. I don't know. Look, it's all relative to cost. I mean, it made a ton of money.
That's true.
Whether that recoups the ton of money that was spent or not, I don't know. But
yeah, so I'm looking forward to Morbius. I think it'll be cool. It'll be a little different. It looks darker, on the darker side. I think it'll probably still be PG-13. I don't think it would be R. So we'll see. But I'm looking forward to that. Tomb Raider 2. Did you ever see the first Tomb Raider? Not the Angelina Jolie, like the reboot Tomb Raider.
No. By the way, Venom made $856.1 million in the box office.
Didn't cross $1 billion.
No, it did not. But his budget was like 100 million.
Oh, okay.
100 to 160 million. So it did pretty good.
It did all right.
And I'm sure it did better or more as. Did you see that one, by the way? You didn't even see it.
I haven't.
You didn't even see it.
I haven't seen it yet.
This guy over here. All right, put that on your 2021 to-do list.
It is. It is. I want to see it. I do.
It's all right. It's fine.
So we have okay. So we have No Time to Die, which is the new James Bond, which is probably going to be the last Bond film that we see Daniel Craig as Bond.
I don't want this to be a controversial stance or anything here, but I'm just going to make my indifferent face for this.
I know. Probably a lot of these that I'm going to read, you're going to make your indifferent face.
Did you like the Craig Bond stuff? It was, I don't know. It was fine.
Yeah, I liked it.
It was long. I want a palate cleanser Bond film. I want something different. Give me something better, something that doesn't feel quite as long with like I feel like the last Bond one had like 4 different places where I was like, it's ending. It's like, oh no, there's another half hour left. Oh, okay, good. I don't know. It just was very, very long. I'm probably the minority here. I'm sure a lot of you love your Craig Bonds. They're just, well, I don't know.
So in May we have Black Widow finally. Black Widow.
That'd be fun. That was
scheduled to come out in November of 2020. That then got moved. So that'll be good.
Excited for that. That'll be good.
We'll see. Hopefully it will come out. I think if it doesn't come out in May, they may just drop it onto Disney Plus or something.
Oh, even better.
But I
release everything to the streaming services.
I want it. I
will tickle your funny bones.
I want it to make money. I want it to be successful. And really, it's going to be most successful in the theaters. Godzilla versus Kong. Yeah. Come on now. Come on. Godzilla versus King Kong. How can you not be excited for Godzilla versus King Kong, Charlie? Doggone it.
Did you see the last Godzilla and or the last Kong films?
No.
Okay. So I watched the last King Kong film on an airplane, to be fair, and that was a while back, obviously. And it was not enjoyable. Was it Kong Island? Is that the one that it was?
Yep. I want to see it. Okay, here's the thing: is I want to see it, and I want to see the new Godzilla versus Godzilla King of the Monsters. I want to see them both.
There's not a great track record of taking two things that sort of belong together and then smushing them together. I don't know how you thought about like Freddy versus Jason or.
Well, that was
recent, that Batman versus Superman nonsense. You know, sometimes they just don't need to be versus each other. I don't know. Maybe it'll be great. I have not researched it at all. I haven't looked into the trailers. My oldest son had a big Godzilla phase for a while, so maybe I'll take him to see that. And by take him to see it, I mean we'll wait for it to come out on a streaming service and then watch it together.
Oh well, it is scheduled for May 21st of 2021. Formally November 20th, but with the May 21st date, it is having a simultaneous release on HBO Max.
Ooh.
So
there we go.
There you go.
I'll watch it then.
We are also getting the new Top Gun. You excited for the new Top Gun, Charlie? You were a big Top Gun fan back in the day. Tom Cruise. You love Tom Cruise.
I have varying feelings about Tom Cruise. I have a mixed bag of emotions when it comes to Tomer. I do enjoy some of his films for sure. I wouldn't say I enjoy all of them, but some of them are quite.
You do a great Tom Cruise impression, though.
Another time.
Come on.
I gotta practice. And besides, I don't even have like a sofa I can jump on. I need like a couch I can get really excited. You're being very glib, Brody. I need to work on my I need to remember some of the weird things that he said. Okay. But look, maybe it'll be fine. Maybe it'll be good. I don't know how well Top Gun has held up for me as a movie that maybe at one time when I was like a kid I thought was kind of cool because there were fighter jets.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Did you like it? I mean, it's got the greatest erotic volleyball scene in the history of cinema. So, I mean, there's that.
Yeah, so we actually watched the Top Gun recently because this was coming out and it was on Amazon Prime. And so Amy had never seen it and I was like, let's watch Top Gun. She's like, okay. Yeah. It's all right. It's kind of
Did Amy like it?
I think she might have fallen asleep. It's kind of slow. There's not a whole lot of action for being like a fighter jet thing. There's you know, it wasn't as exciting as I remembered it being as a kid.
I loved it as a kid, man. I was flying planes around. It
was great. You know, there were the motorcycles, there were fighter jets. It wasn't quite as exciting. I would imagine though that with kind of a modern movie, they're gonna bring up the action and things like that.
Sure. Yeah, I'll probably end up watching it. It's not one that I would run out to a theater to see. It's not one I feel compelled to watch. It's more like one I'll run into someday. I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll give it a shot.
I think when it comes on the streaming service, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Now here's the big one: Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Looking forward to that.
I am.
So that's coming out in July.
I feel like you're not looking forward to any of these?
No, I am. I'm looking forward to Shang-Chi.
Okay, all right. You don't seem excited about anything.
I don't know.
All right. Anyway, so you are looking forward to it.
I am looking forward to it.
I want it on record. Because I feel like I'm putting myself on the record here in all these, and you're just kind of skating by over there.
No. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really curious to see how they introduce all this stuff. I'm looking forward to them bringing the Mandarin in again, and how they tie.
How are they going to bring Ben Kingsley back?
I don't know. Well, there was the little short, Return of the King or something like that. One of the DVDs had the little short where the Ten Rings went into the prison to confront Ben Kingsley about using his name and stuff like that. So that'll be cool.
Saw the little short.
I've heard that it could introduce other aspects of the Marvel universe. I've heard it could be like a tournament, martial arts tournament type movie.
A Mortal Kombat or a blood sport, if you will.
There is a Mortal Kombat movie coming out. I skipped it because I didn't think you would be interested in it.
The first Mortal, we were talking about video games earlier, and I said a few in jest. That first Mortal Kombat movie was not bad. It hurled a very, very low bar. Because it came out after Street Fighter 2. Oh, I'm sure it has not held up well. But I mean, at the time, come on. After Street Fighter 2, it was like, all right, everything's going to be better than that. And that came out, and it was like, oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, Street Fighter was bad. Mortal Kombat I liked as a kid. We watched it this
I keep saying Street Fighter 2. It's just Street Fighter.
Street Fighter. Yeah.
I'm just picturing myself playing the arcade game. Sorry.
We watched Mortal Kombat this year. Actually, it's stupid cheesy.
Oh, you watched
fun.
it this?
Yeah, we did. It was on Netflix, and I was singing the song, and so Amy.
So you don't have time to watch good quality television because you're busy watching Mortal Kombat. Like, oh, we watch Top Gun and we watch Mortal Kombat. You can be watching like good quality television, bro.
Mortal Kombat, it's
like wasting time.
It's like an hour and a half to sit and watch one thing.
It's like four episodes of a good quality. You can be watching Superstore with four episodes of Superstore, Brody.
And how many seasons is that, Charlie?
They are in the 6th and last season right now.
Goodness. So you're talking like
good show,
like 20 plus episodes.
It is a low commitment. It's a shorter first season, and the sitcoms go by so fast. You can just knock episode out after episode so quick.
It's such
a small commitment. It's like watching 2 to 3 movies, which you do apparently every night. You just pick the worst ones. It's like you guys are playing Netflix roulette.
You just said Mortal Kombat was good. You just said
I lied. Not in comparison to Superstore.
My goodness.
I said in comparison to Street Fighter, it was a quality. Anyway, I'm not excited for new Mortal Kombat. Let the record show.
Man. Well, okay. Are you excited for this? Space Jam 2. with LeBron James and Don Cheadle. You love Don Cheadle.
I do love Don Cheadle. I'm going to admit something very embarrassing to you right now, though. And I'm a huge sports fan.
Yeah.
I absolutely hated Michael Jordan, and I did not see Space Jam.
I never saw it either.
I refused to watch it.
I never saw it.
I don't like dominance in sports. I've always been more of an underdog guy, with the exception of like my local teams, which are always the Angels are always an underdog. But what are you going to do? I wasn't like a Laker fan growing up. I like, you know what? My dad's a Laker fan. I should have probably liked the Lakers, but they're just like, I was like, this is no fun. I'm gonna root for the Phoenix Suns for no particular reason. So I love me some Phoenix Suns, and there's no logical explanation for it. But so all my friends love Jordans. They all wore Jordans. When we played basketball together. Not me. I had the Reebok pumps, baby. So I get ready to hit the court. Oh man, I was like flying on clouds of air. I didn't need these Jordans to fly, baby. But I never saw Space Jam, so no, I am not excited for Space Jam 2. But that doesn't mean like I like LeBron. LeBron's great. I mean, he's a very talented basketball. Jordan was very talented. LeBron's a very talented basketball player. It's not like he's a Phoenix Sun or anything, but whatever.
Yeah, I never saw the first one either, and I don't follow basketball, or most sports. So yeah. How about
we gotta fix that.
I watch pro wrestling.
Yeah, you do.
That's the closest thing to sports that I follow.
That works.
Now how about the Jungle Cruise? Have you seen anything on this?
No.
You haven't?
No. Oh, is that? I feel like that's a movie that would star Jack Black. Does it star Jack Black?
No, but it has Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Emily Blunt and Paul Giamatti. Come on.
And does he operate a tour ride in the film? He operates
a boat, and she needs him to take her someplace on the boat through the jungle.
Is it a cruise?
I don't know.
I'll have to watch a trailer for it. I don't know. Is there a trailer, or is it just kind of like?
No, there is a trailer.
Okay. Does it look like Romancing the Stone or like Jewel of the Nile style?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Well, those are old movies, Brody, so you probably don't know what they are.
No, I know what they are.
Michael Douglas, Kathleen Turner.
Yes, I know it.
All right. I don't know what you know. I don't know what you know.
You, man. Young.
What was the? I like the Jumanji reboot. Was kind of fun. We watched that with the kids.
We just watched. We just watched the first one 2 Fridays ago. And it was really funny. We're actually really looking forward to watching the second one.
Yeah. So I'll give it a chance. I like Dwayne.
He's the Rock.
What do you call it? Do you call him The Rock, or do you call him Dwayne The Rock Johnson? Like when you refer to him to your friends?
Just The Rock. He's
because when last time I talked to him face to face, he asked me to call him Dwayne. He said it was weird that I kept calling him The Rock, and then he said I couldn't do the people's eyebrow. And he was right. I can't. I can only do crazy eyebrows. I can't lift just one. He said you can't make those faces at me and call me The Rock. You're gonna have to call me Dwayne. So
yeah, I enjoy The Rock. I like him.
Right now, did I get it?
Nope. Sort of. Nope. Now you're just making crazy eyes.
All right, I'll work on it. Oh, you can do it.
You smell what I'm cooking? All right. The Suicide Squad. Now, there have been few movies that have made me as angry as the first Suicide Squad movie.
So bad. So bad. Oh my gosh.
But now we have James Gunn coming in.
Yes.
And doing a sequel / reboot to the whole thing. There is no trailer yet, but they've put out stills and they've announced the characters and stuff like that. I'm looking forward to this.
I'm trying to keep an open mind to a lot of the new DC content that's coming. That's on my 2021 to-do list. I'm going to try to think more positively about the new content that's going to be coming. I'm not going to judge too harshly before having seen the Suicide Squad, which just based on how horrendous the first one was, how absolutely terrible it was. But I like James Gunn. Obviously, I love me some Guardians.
You do love the Guardians.
Margot Robbie I think is fantastic. As Harley Quinn. So I'm in.
Okay.
Did you ever see pictures of me dressed up for Halloween as Harley Quinn?
No.
I went full Mr. J. Oh, Mr. J and I
like from Suicide Squad.
No, it was from like the cartoon, and I had like I had the makeup and the outfit and my bat. But it was around the time that Suicide Squad came in. I went to a costume party, and I got a picture of me and my friend who was dressed as the Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad.
Okay.
So I will. You know what? Maybe we'll put that I'll put that up right now. Do we do it? Is it up? Is it on the screen right now?
I don't know. We'll see.
I got dressed up and I walked into the room and my kid saw me and he started crying because he didn't understand. he was young, but and it was obviously this is a long time ago. So I had left and I forgot something. I came back in. I was like, and then he had come downstairs from bed and he just looked at me and he's like, just started bawling.
Sign of a good costume. It made your kids cry.
Oh, it was so good. Mr. J.
Now, how about Dune, Charlie? Are you interested at all in the new Dune movie?
What did you think of the original?
As a kid, I liked it a lot. I haven't seen it in a long, long time.
Yeah.
I never read any of the books. All of my Dune experience comes from that first movie.
Yeah, I haven't really thought about it too much, but as you're just saying this to me now, I'm having a flood of like memories of me seeing Dune and being sad because of how cool I thought it could be, but it didn't quite get there. And so maybe this will be great. Maybe it'll be a chance to make it better than what it was. But also, I was real young when I saw it and have not attempted to rewatch it within the last 15 years. So
it's been a long time for me as well.
Maybe I'll wait and see like what the trailer looks like. Is there a trailer for that out yet?
Yeah. Yep. There are trailers that have come out because it was scheduled for a December release until just recently. Yeah. And they
are you excited? Does it look good?
Yeah, I think it looks cool. It's got Oscar Isaac, it's got Josh Brolin, it's got Dave Bautista, it's got Javier Bardem, it's got Jason Momoa. Come on, it's got like a good cast. It's got Zendaya.
Depardieu. Oh, I like her. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I mean, I'll check out the trailer.
Yeah, watch the trailer. I think it looks cool. I'll see it.
Okay.
That is another one it's coming out in October with simultaneous release on HBO Max.
Oh yes, please.
So HBO.
Are these releasing for money on HBO Max, or is it going to be free for HBO Max subscribers?
I don't know.
All right, we'll see.
We'll see what they decide to do. My guess is that it would be free for subscribers. I think at this point they're probably banking. So I know they will probably do the same thing that they're doing with Wonder Woman, where they do a simultaneous release for like 1 month on HBO Max, right. And then they pull it off HBO Max, and then it goes into kind of the standard 3 to 6 months until it comes back.
Okay.
We also have the Uncharted, which we kind of touched on earlier. I hope it's good. I hope it's good.
Tom Holland.
It's got Tom Holland.
Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah. Oh, he's what?
We talked about this last time. We don't need to rehash. I don't. I'm not part of Marky Mark's Funky Bunch.
Oh man, but he's got a mustache. He's got a big bushy mustache.
Not even the stash can save him, bro.
He's a good Sully. Come on.
He's sullying the name, is what he's doing.
Now, how about Snake Eyes? Have you heard anything about Snake Eyes?
Is that a G.I. Joe movie, is that like the Nick Cage Snake Eyes film?
No, it's the new G.I. Joe movie. So they're giving him a Snake Eyes his own movie.
Okay, how many G.I. Joe movies have there been?
There were 2. So there was G.I. Joe Rise of
Okay.
Cobra, and then there was G.I. Joe Retribution. And G.I. Joe Retribution kind of did a little reboot-ish of it. They took a lot of people from the first movie and then like killed them off in the first scene. And
this ain't your grandma's G.I. Joe film.
And then The Rock was there, and they went with that. But this is now all Snake Eyes. I think it's probably an origin story. So I think it'll be cool. I like Snake Eyes.
I'm not excited about it, so I'll just own that. I think I may have seen the original G.I. Joe for some reason, perhaps on a plane. I did not watch the second G.I. Joe movie, and I have no interest. The Community episode of G.I. Joe, fantastic. G.I. Joe, the live action films,
Yep.
I'm sure there's an audience for them. It's just not me.
My kids like them. My kids love G.I. Joe right now. They are in a big G.I.
Have you showed them the Community episode? Have you seen Community from start to finish, or have you just?
Yes. No, okay. I saw the whole thing, even the weird episodes that were going on to Yahoo.
All right, good man.
Am I out of focus right now?
I'll leave a comment below and let Brody know if he's out of focus, and then he can do better next time.
I feel
or
like
worse. I don't know.
No, there it was. I feel like I'm better now. All right.
This is the content everyone's here for. If Brody's in focus, leave this video a like.
Okay. Only a couple more, I think. So Eternals, I think, should be interesting.
Yeah, I'll give that a chance. I'm curious.
Give it a chance. I kind of feel Eternals the way I did when they announced Guardians of the Galaxy. I was like, does anybody other than comic book people know who any of these people are? That didn't seem to matter with Guardians of the Galaxy, so maybe it won't matter here either.
Yeah.
We'll see. It's a Marvel movie, so it'll make money.
Yeah.
So then we've got an Untitled Spider-Man sequel set for November. We know nothing about that yet. We know nothing. But it's going to be a Spider-Man movie. It's directed by John Watts and has Tom Holland again, so it'll be good.
Just take my money.
Yeah, right. Actually, they're filming that right now.
We'll take that 30 seconds ago, Brody. In your face.
We still don't even know the title. So. Okay, Fantastic Beasts. I think we've talked a little bit about the Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah. I haven't gotten into them, but maybe let me know below. Am I missing out? Do you guys love the Fantastic Beasts? I don't want to speak ill of them because I haven't seen them. They just haven't compelled me to want to watch them.
We watched the first one. And we are big Harry Potter fans, like big Harry Potter fans. It's just for some reason it felt so different that it almost like didn't interest us. And then we watched the first movie and we're like, it's fine, but it's not like the Harry Potter story. So it's in this weird place. Yes.
You look a little bit like if Dumbledore. There it is. Sorry. Dumbledore and Professor Snape had a baby.
I do not have enough hair on the top of my head to be either of those guys.
No, you're not either of those guys. You're their love child.
They both had a lot of hair.
Let me tell you a story about Professor Snape and how we had a boy named Brody. He has my beard, but he has his father's Slytherin heart.
Oh, that's true. I am a Slytherin. All right. Mission Impossible 7, Charlie.
Okay. All right. Guilty pleasure. I like the Mission Impossibles. I do like those.
I love the Mission Impossible movies. I am very excited for it. Directed again by Christopher McQuarrie,
I think by the way, I think part of, I'm sorry to step on you here, but I think part of the reason why I'm less excited about the Daniel Craig James Bond films is I feel like the Mission Impossibles are just superior. They're superior, like spy. They're more entertaining. They're there's more like they're more fun. The action's better. Like the whole concept is just more enjoyable for me as a whole. So like back in the day, like these were the big, Pierce Brosnan, James Bond was like, these are like the only big budget spy thriller films. It was like very unique, not unique in the marketplace, but it was like a kind of, it had its own niche. Now it's just that now they made them like a little slower, a little grittier, a little bit more grounded. And they kind of, I don't know, they're just a little less, they don't stand out to me. Anyway. But yeah, I'm excited for the Mission Impossible. I'll watch that.
Now, how about I just lost my tab.
Did you ever watch The Edge of Tomorrow? That was so good.
Yeah, we really liked that one. Groundhog Day, but with space aliens.
Yeah, come on.
Edge of Tomorrow, or what was the other title? Live, Die, Repeat.
Death, Repeat, Live, Die, Repeat.
Live, Die, Repeat.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
It was. The Matrix 4. So they're going back to the Matrix. Well, I don't know, man.
What did you think of 2 and 3? Or what did you think of the Matrix trilogy in general?
So you and I saw the Matrix 1 in theaters together. I remember that.
Yes, we did.
Because I don't think any of us really knew what we were going to watch. We just were like,
nope.
Hey, let's go see this movie. And then we all walked out and loved it. The second and third one I think they kind of went a bit further. I don't know. There was something special about the first one, and they overreached with the second and third, I think.
Okay. That's fair.
They weren't bad. I don't know. I wasn't as much a fan. I really liked the first one. Second and third one disappointed me.
Fair. So are you going to see the fourth, or are you going to just wait?
I may wait. We'll see. I mean, we don't really know anything yet. That's scheduled for December 22nd with simultaneous release on HBO Max. So if they're going to do that, maybe I'll do the HBO Max thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
You should.
In 2021, am I interested in another Matrix movie? We are like 20 years past when these movies came out.
Yeah, but now it's been proven that we are actually, in fact, living in the Matrix. So
I don't know. I struggle with the idea of a Matrix 4.
By the way, in a year so divisive, has there been anything more heartwarming and unifying than the love that we all share for Keanu Reeves? I mean, something that we can all agree on. Keanu Reeves.
It's good.
Whoa. I'm excited to see the Bill and Ted's sequel. I did not see that yet, but I do want to see that.
We haven't seen it either. I showed Amy Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure this year. There's another movie. Look how many movies I'm watching this year. I forget all about it. Amy really liked that one.
It's cute. It's a good one. I'm excited to see the sequel. I like Keanu. You still got to see the John Wicks. I think you're going to really love those. So.
I do need to see those. They're not streaming anywhere.
Have Amy buy. Amy, if you're watching this and Christmas hasn't happened yet, buy them for Brody for Christmas. If you're watching this in 2021, obviously Christmas has passed, but much like the ghost of Christmas past, just get him the movies and pack them up and then pretend like you forgot. And then you're like, oh, here you go, bro. John Wicks.
There you go. We also have Sherlock Holmes 3. So the Robert Downey Jr., Jude Law, Rachel McAdams, Sherlock Holmes movies. What were your thoughts on those? Did you see them?
I did. I like Robert Downey Jr. an awful lot. Since his days in Less Than Zero, as a young, troubled youth. We just watched Home for the Holidays, by the way. Okay. I showed Amy that. I hadn't watched it in a long time. Holly Hunter, it's got a young Robert Downey Jr. in it. And it's never been like, I don't know if there's ever been a performance in a movie where it was like so clear that the actor was like using drugs at the time of filming. And trying to do a little research, and I guess like he made up a lot of his own lines and just didn't, just kind of like improvised a lot. And he's just like very out there, and you just watch it and you're like, oh man. Whew. But but hey, turn it around, and he's always been so talented, and I'm glad that he got his life together and was able to be Iron Man and Sherlock Holmes. Like, they're fun. Like, I like the BBC Sherlock with Benedict was awesome, and I was very disappointed when that didn't come back. And that's probably my favorite like screen version of Sherlock Holmes. Although young Sherlock Holmes from the 1980s. Have you seen young? I don't know what I was doing. Young Sherlock, like he's a little guy. He's very, very young Sherlock. Oh, just give him a little tickle, young Sherlock. I don't know if you
do this to young Sherlock. Come on, Charlie. You can't
it's
do
his
that.
funny bone.
You can't do that to young Sherlock.
It's a good. He's old now. That was like 85 or something. He's
okay.
older than me. He's old Sherlock now. Old Sherlock. But that's a good movie. If you've never seen Young Sherlock, I cannot say for certain that it has held up over the years. But treat yourself. But yeah, I'll watch it. Look, nothing we've discussed so far to me is like, look, I saw Star Wars in the theaters December 2019, put a stamp on it. That's my last theater experience. No going back. Ever. I don't miss the movie theaters. We've talked about this before. Yeah. The experiences that I'm missing this year are the social ones, not the. I can't wait till this quarantine's over and the pandemic's gone, so I can go sit quietly in a movie theater with someone and not talk to them and watch a movie and then go home. Like I'm way more excited to do social things again. I miss playing in sports leagues, and I miss seeing my friends and getting to like go to big parties and hang out in groups and have big wild play dates with crazy kids. These are things that I'm missing. I'm not craving that dark, dimly lit, dank, sticky floored experience with uncomfortable chairs and two tall people sitting in front of me, people kicking my chair behind me, everyone either too loud or too quiet, laughing at the wrong spots in the movie and chatting and thinking they're funny when they shout out little comments, screen with like pixels missing.
You got to go to the right theaters with the recliner chairs. Nobody kicks your seat there. They can't reach.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I'll just fall asleep, man. I'll just be like, dozing.
So some that don't have dates yet. Black Adam, another rock movie. Now in DC.
Wayne. Yep.
He has been trying to get this movie out for years. He's been working on this thing.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I think that'll be cool. I think it's going to be an.
Brody, I did it.
Oh yeah, you kind of did.
It's like Forrest Whitaker. No offense.
Yeah, you lost it a little bit there. But the first one was better. Yeah, keep practicing. We'll get weekly updates.
You keep talking. I'll just keep making weird eyes at the camera here.
So this originally had a date of December 22nd, 2021. It is now TBD. So whether it makes it into 2021 or it gets pushed to 2022, we'll see. But
so you're saying that much like a young Charlie Disneyland with skin hanging off of his hands, it's dateless.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
What are you talking? You were with two girls, Charlie.
Well, there was technically more, but flesh hanging from hands here. Well, no, but it wasn't like I was not on a date with them. There just happened to be a large number of lady folk there. Doesn't matter. It was a dark time, Brody. I peeled all the skin off my hands. It was gross. I was like, my skin. This has lots of different connotations. So
it's
flames.
True. It's true. This is going to be our thing. Talk punch.
Seaweed. Hey. All our fans.
Talk punch, everybody.
Talk punch. Talk tickle. But yeah, Black Adam, I'm excited for. I would see that.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what they do
HBO
with
Max.
that. They're bringing in like the Justice Society or something like that. I think it's going to be a bunch of other DC people. And
hopefully it's good. I hope it's good.
There's a couple others, Free Guy, the Ryan Reynolds movie. We'll see. It looks kind of fun. Death on the Nile. Did you see the Kenneth Branagh Murder on the Orient Express?
I did not.
I was interested in that. I like mysteries.
You saw Knives Out though, right?
Oh yeah. That was good.
That was a lot of fun.
And so this is the sequel to Murder on the Orient Express. So
okay, all right.
You
I
know,
like Kenneth Branagh. Maybe I'll check it out.
You know, and really all of these, like we said, they may show up in 2021. They may not. They may get pushed. Who knows what 2021 is going to look like? It could be full of movies. They could just put all this stuff on streaming.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I hope that they're able to make it into movies, even if they do the simultaneous streaming to movie theater. I want these to make money. I want the movie theaters to make money. It's tough, and I feel bad for all these movie theaters. So I'm hoping that they're able to release and make some money back.
Such a kind heart, such a warm heart.
Try. I just want movies. I want good movies. I want people to make the money that they make so that they continue to make these movies.
Well, I'll save it all for the movie, our streaming versus movie theater conversation that will come out at some point. I'll just save it all for that. So I also like People.
That's out already.
And wish them well.
No, it's not out already. Never mind.
But I wish them well. I do wish People well. And hopefully, look, let us know below what your favorite TV shows, video games, movies of 2020 were. They didn't have to come out in 2020, just stuff that got you through the year. What got you through the year? We all needed at different points throughout the year some distraction, some things to keep our minds occupied, to bring a little bit of joy or light into our lives. What got you through? Let us know below. Maybe you could recommend some TV shows for Brody to watch, save him from himself. Tell him to stop watching Mortal Kombat for the 16th time and to watch something better.
It was one time.
Now, Brody, you and I talked about we were going to give each other a New Year's resolution.
We did.
So I am giving you the New Year's. You will watch The Good Place.
Okay.
Now, I won't make you watch all 4 seasons, but I will make you have to watch all of season 1. My hope is by the time you finish it, you're just going to want to see the rest.
Okay.
So watch season 1. Let me know how it goes. That's your New Year's resolution from me.
Okay. And my New Year's resolution for you, it'll probably take about the same amount of time.
All right. What do we got?
You got to watch Interstellar.
Oh, why you give me a sad movie, bro? I'm giving you like the happy show. You're giving me sad.
Oh, but it's like a happy sad. It's like a feel good sad. Yes,
there's no such thing as a feel good sad.
Yes, there is. My goodness, watch this movie and you'll understand what a feel good sad is.
All right.
It'll make you feel good. It'll make you want to hug your kids and cry
because I'm gonna lose them because we're all gonna die.
It'll make you. Makes you like, yeah. It's good.
Oh,
come on,
okay.
it's in come on, man. It's in my top.
All right.
Top. What is it? My number 2 favorite, personal favorite. You gotta see it. You gotta see it. So that is my challenge to you. I don't know where it's streaming.
All right.
Good luck finding it. Hopefully you're able.
You're gonna have to mail. You have to mail me the DVD. I think that's the deal.
No.
Yeah.
No.
By the way, 169 minutes is that movie. That means you can watch 8 episodes of The Good Place while I watch one long Matthew McConaughey movie. All right.
It'll be worth it, Charlie. It's so good.
Okay. Open mind, open heart.
How many episodes of The Good Place are there in season 1?
In season 1, 8. No, something like that. Look, you're gonna love it, by the way, and make Amy watch it with you because she is going to especially enjoy it. Because I know she is a woman with exquisite taste.
She is. Somehow she chose me. I don't know why.
Oh, Brody, so humble. But yeah, it's like 8 or 10 episodes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like 13 episodes in season 1.
Whoa, man. That's a big difference from 8. Shoot, those are 20 minutes each? Please tell me they're all
like 20 minutes. Yeah, they're like 20. It's a sitcom. It's 20 minutes. 20, 22, 20 to 22.
God, I got worried that they were hour-long episodes.
You will love it. you will watch it and you won't want to stop watching it. You're just going to want to let it play. And then after you've watched enough, it'll say, "Are you still there, Brody? Are you still watching?" And you'll say, "Yes, Netflix, I'm still here. I know this is the longest I've ever watched a TV show on Netflix, but I'm okay and I'm here." And then you're going to click that little button and you're going to watch that next episode. Anyway, speaking of clicking little buttons, make sure you hit that like and comment below. As my wife likes to say, smash that subscribe button or smash the like button.
Smash it. Smash them both.
Smash it. Smash the buttons.
Smash the buttons.
And we will see you next time.
All right. See you guys later.